Hey, what's going on, y'all? We're back at it, man, with another episode on, and I'm standing on it, man. I got two special guests here tonight, man, to help me with this topic. Y'all know him as Reflection, man. He's back giving his insight, and y'all know my boy 80 West, man, straight from Cali down to Houston, man. Appreciate both of y'all being here.
It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here, man.
Yes, sir. So we got 80, man. I think he on mute right now, but we're gonna go in. We're gonna talk about. I know y'all been seeing the whole thing about the Puff Daddy case going on. Now currently they got the Smokey Robinson thing going on. They going after this man. We had Deshaun Watson. We had R. Kelly, man, Puff Daddy. They tried to go after Jay-Z until he fixed that. You know what I mean? And so forth, man. So it's a lot of high profile black men that seem like they're getting targeted. And not to say somebody innocent or guilty, but it just don't happen to be a coincidence how all this is happening at once, though. You know what I mean? And that's what making everything seem a little bit weird. And whatever the allegations are, I didn't see anybody going after these guys criminally to put them in jail, except for, of course, the Bill Cosby. And that was about 30 years later or more. Yeah. Everything else is nothing but a civil suit to get money and financial gain. You know, so my boy 80 West, I know you brought this topic up, man. I know it was something you wanted to talk about, man, but I'm gonna go ahead and open the floor up to you, bro, and give me your thoughts on what's going on.
What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody?
What's up, fam?
Right on. Hey, yeah, man. It seemed like it's the new thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody know who got a bag and who don't. And, it seemed like they just going after people, man. Some of these allegations and some of this stuff is going on. Smokey Robinson, 30 years later. Like you said, it's all civil. Either you know what I mean? Either you did something or you didn't, man. It shouldn't, it's all being justified by the dollar amount that they tend to gain from, taking on these. Because most of these dudes that's getting these cases and putting themselves in this situation where they getting sued for this. Lil Wayne just kicked the chick out the house and she talking about who got a lawyer. Like, I didn't know you could sue somebody for breaking up. You know what I mean? Like, it's evident, man, that they sack chasing, man, and it's sad because at the end of the day, when you become wealthy, it's damn near you can't even put yourself in a relationship or relationship status at any point. If you get married, they taking half of it. If you have kids, they getting child support, and that seemed to be their only goal. You just seen Anthony Edwards, man, bro had to pay. He gave like 1.8 million to the girl and told her he didn't want to have nothing to do with her or the baby. Like, you knew what it was from the jump. If I'm not mistaken, that's the same chick. She got a baby with Lil Baby too. She got baby with one of the rappers. It's a lot of them like that too, man. They find who's hot, who getting a check, who not, and they going after them, man. I don't know if y'all been watching it, like we was talking about the Diddy case and stuff, man. But man, it's crazy, man. It's just crazy when somebody got a bag, what people is willing to endure to obtain that lifestyle and do whatever they got to do to try to get that money from having kids to suing people. And it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, man, it was almost bad. I remember you had to watch out if you got married and you were scared to get a divorce because you can lose half of everything.
Half of everything.
Now it's not even about the wife no more. It's the girlfriend. It's the girl you might have just had sex with for one night, and that was it. That's all it was. And she feels entitled to get some of your bread. The Lil Wayne situation you brought up. All he did was break up with you, told you got his house. You got every right to do that. And she said, "Can somebody help me find a lawyer?"
Yeah.
What do you need a lawyer for? Yeah. You ain't entitled to none of his money, man. None of it. Yeah. But for some reason, because the way everything's working out now, a lot of these women feel like they're entitled.
That showed you right there, though. A simple breakup, and the first thing somebody's screaming for is for a lawyer instead of a fucking U-Haul truck, man. If you don't get your ass up out of here, you looking for a lawyer.
You remember when they first met each other? They called her a plus size wannabe model, I guess, but she wasn't really a model. She was just plus size. So now she's been dating for a few years now, so she's been getting the benefits of everything. He just recently paid for her to get a whole mommy makeover, so she got a new body right now. Now he just said, I don't want to be with you no more, broke up, move on his way, and you still want to go after the man for some money.
Yeah.
To
There was no
whom
domestic violence, nothing.
to whom much is given, much is required. We niggas gotta learn how to keep our dick in our pants the higher we elevate. The higher you go in life, the greater the turbulence. These niggas don't know that method. The higher you go, the more you have to be cautious about how you move, who you talk to, and who you sexually deal with.
Yeah.
That's a powerful situation. Why haven't we got that in our fucking head? Most of these niggas getting cases on is because niggas don't know how to keep their dick in their fucking pants. Especially niggas that's not married to the bitches they fucking. That's a bottom line. Let me ask y'all a question. Why haven't we had another Black Wall Street?
It's just because niggas would rather put their money together to get a goddamn section in the VIP instead of putting it in to get a goddamn business, man. That's real shit.
That's facts.
Two gold chains.
That's facts.
We niggas are financially selfish. That's why that's why there hasn't been another Black Wall Street. Because black people, especially niggas, are financially selfish. We want to stunt on the nigga across the street with the Lamborghini.
Real
We
shit.
pulling a house like we trying to outdo that nigga. We financially selfish instead of making that a unified level and upbringing. But most of these niggas they catching is because they got their dick in their hand and they don't know how to move with that elevation. Now I'm gonna ask you a question. Do I feel like they after us? Any black person that's born, especially a black male that's born, should our
Oh, look like he froze on that point right there.
So it's not just me.
Yeah, that's him. You know, I don't want to I know we got a lot of males, period, that that's getting targeted by these women. And I forget the soccer player name that remember he put everything in his mom name.
In his grandma, yeah, his mom name, yeah.
What get me is he put everything in his mom name to protect himself, and it did protect him.
Yeah.
But we as black men came up with the song, and we not doing that to protect us. You know what I'm saying? A man from a whole nother country, a whole other race, listened to our song and really did put it in his mama name, and she tried to go after the bread and couldn't get it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
And he was slick for that, man. I mean, but that just lets you know that lets you know right there where your mind got to damn near be if you got a nice bag, man, and you out and about, you know, because you still got to live. You still got to be human. We still human, you know what I mean? And the more money you got, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be in some rooms you wouldn't have been in without that bag. You know how that works. You know what I mean? That's levels to that all the way up, you know.
Check. I have no sympathy for the black men that are going for the now black men that are going through what they're going through, because a lot of them are industry. A lot of them are celebrities, are musical artists. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Show me one niggas that's a Malcolm X or Dr. King or Coretta. Ain't none of them that. So I don't have no sympathy for none of these niggas. Like I'm not marching for these niggas that they get under the radar and that they done tucked away in jail. I'm not marching for no R. Kelly. I'm not marching for no Aaron Hall. I'm not marching for no Lil Durk. I'm not marching for no Bill Cosby. None of that. Especially behind some sexual activities. Women knew the consequences.
But see, sometimes these
figures. Name any of these niggas that they got in jail. Name anything that they've done or they're doing currently to march in these streets for the black community. So do I think that white man is targeting us? Yes and no. If you're a political figure, most definitely yes. If you're a musical industry plant or you just in the industry musically, anything that you succumb to is from your own stupidity. Because there's a different level that comes with that. R. Kelly with Aaliyah, That nigga didn't read the signs back then, and we gave that nigga a pass back then with Aaliyah. And now look where he's at.
Yeah.
Tory, I got cut up the did. He ended up where he's at behind a bitch.
But look, check this out too though. This is what I'm saying.
No political figures. Wait. There's no political figures that's in the news right now. Pump is not a political figure.
The
As we
political
call him,
figures, but they go after the political figures for other reasons. Like you had that mayor of Chicago and Detroit, I believe it was. There's more on money that they steal and more than you hear about the female stuff. Also, with these women, but see, this is the thing. You can have a black mayor, a black whatever in your city. I'm gonna just call them hoes because that's what they're doing. They fucking for money. The hoes don't follow the political game. They don't know who no mayor is. Half these bitches retarded don't even know who the president is, damn near, or the vice president. They can't even name it to you, but they know who LeBron James is. So they target the men different. They know how killing.
So why are we having this conversation about these people that's not doing enough for the community though? Why are we having these conversations with these guys?
Because the point is, are women targeting high-profile men?
I think
the mayor of a city is not really a high-profile person. He's known probably within his city. That's it. I don't know the mayor of New York, Florida, Texas. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't.
LeBron James across the world.
So that's why I don't feel like it's a specific target. I feel like being black, you're gonna have that on your back regardless. You're the black sheep regardless. But do I feel like these particular cases are being targeted? Fuck no. I just feel like these are leftovers. These are leftovers. And the reason why I feel like these are leftovers, because there is no more leaders right now in the black culture that's bringing about a change for them to become a target.
But man, as soon as but see, this is the thing about it though. So these a lot of these athletes, especially, or even people that's in the music business, they worked on a certain craft for the majority of their life to be able to put themselves in a position to be wealthy. So that automatically puts them on as the 1%ers. Like that's the percentage of the people in the world that is extremely rich. So hold on, listen up.
Hold on. Because your mic going in and out anyway. So hold on.
No, but listen what I'm saying though. So when you put yourself in that position, you're gonna put yourself in a position for everybody to judge you, people to look at you, people to admire you, and for people to scam you. So when you see these high profile dudes, yeah, they bringing some of it on themselves because they not looking at, the obviouses and this and that and the other, but it's a lot of brothers that's just living. That's just out doing their thing without no specifics. I mean, you got a lot of these cats that's got their money straight and they in a good position and they're getting looked at like, ooh, okay, if I go fuck with him, you know what I mean? All I gotta do is have a baby by him and I'm set for the rest of my life for the next 18 years. No matter who it is. It ain't even just black men, to be honest with you. That's just happening to everybody. But we talking about us specifically because ours is the ones that's being thrown in the media. Ours is the ones being thrown in the news. Ours is the ones that are getting indicted. You know what I mean?
But outside of LeBron, since you named him, what do you think of what do you think when you think of LeBron James outside of him being a basketball player? What do you think? What do you think his accolades is outside of that? What is his accolades outside of being a basketball player?
Yeah, but I think we're kind of getting off topic. We're getting off topic. We're talking about are these guys being taken advantage of? Are they being pretty much a lick for women nowadays?
Black men, though.
Outside of their sport, their entertainment, are women going after these men for a lick?
Yeah.
I'm only going to fuck you because I'm trying to get your money.
Benz, you said high-profile black man. It's not a high-profile black man? So you said I'm going off topic. Is LeBron a not high-profile black man?
You asked what a nigga did outside of basketball. We know LeBron for basketball. I don't know him for nothing else. I don't know him from cutting grass, cooking food. I don't know him from none of that. I know him to dribble a ball.
So he's not a target, in my opinion.
He's a target.
Yeah, he
He's
is.
a target.
He is though.
Any athlete, any celebrity is a target. How you figure you're not a target if you can go out anywhere in the world, or you can go, let's just keep it in the United States. I can go to any motherfucking club and knock any bitch I want. Half these niggas ain't even that attractive, but they can get any girl in the club because of the brand. You know what I mean?
So you
hold on. This is what I want to bring to y'all is because what it is the men got to be careful now, man, because nowadays when these women are saying the guys are doing this and that, she don't even have to prove it no more.
Yeah,
you got to prove that you didn't do it versus the state proving that you did do it. That's why Bill Cosby even went to jail. You talking about something in the 70s. What DNA did you have? We didn't have DNA in the 70s.
Yeah.
What proof? How could you prove he really did that? Oh, he put something in my drink. That's why I fucked him. Nigga, stop. That man was at the height of his career. And that's why you fucked him.
Why didn't they do that to Hugh Hefner? We know he was guilty of that shit. But why didn't they do it to—
We know why. That's why the topic is high-profile black men.
Hey, Hugh Hefner did it the right way. Regardless of what niggas gonna say about Hugh Hefner, he did it in a clean way. He did it in a very blue collar type of way. You know what I'm saying?
No, he didn't.
Niggas,
No,
yes,
he didn't.
Hold on. The reason why I say that is because typically, and I'm not saying this is everybody, but typically, niggas is messy. We trying to see the corner. We're not trying to see what's around the corner. You see what I'm saying? We're not thinking that far. We just trying to get to the fucking point, and that's that. All we thinking is bottom line, and that's that. And especially with a lot of y'all niggas touched on a lot of different points, and I forgot a lot of points that I want to touch on with, you know what I'm saying, that y'all made. But I'll say like this.
Sound.
Hey, a lot of it has to do with, and I agree with my nigga Benz. How in the fuck did, you know what I'm saying, like shit from, how the fuck did, I can understand Bill Cosby, like, how the fuck did y'all even get the DNA? Like, there was nothing, we didn't even have scientific technology back then, you know what I'm saying? So how the fuck did you even know? That shit is just accusations. But in the times that we live in, as times change, people's change, and life has changed in general. Like Ben said, they don't have to have proof. All you got to do, and that's unfortunate. Hold on, it's unfortunate that as soon as they say, just even in the law of just like you even got to be proven in the law of like in a real court. You know what I'm saying? Just as soon as niggas say he did it, that's people like, oh shit, that nigga foul. It's just like there's a lot of, and I'm not taking up for Diddy, right? But he's allegedly did a lot of shit, but motherfuckers is hanging him for a lot of shit that he allegedly did, right? We ain't seen no proof or nothing. We seen a lot of baby oil, and that's about it. Other than that, we heard a lot of testimony. But as far as like stand on topic or high profile black men being targeted, the reason I think yes is because right now, I don't think a lot of high profile men were being targeted as back then in our era as they are now, because niggas wasn't simping back then as they were now. And niggas ain't used to having money, and they don't know what to do with that money. And some niggas never had bitches or never had women, and they don't know how to get women other than flash the motherfucking flash a back. It's the same thing as women. They don't know how to get a man without flashing a body. You see what I'm saying? So when men flash a bag, we look at them as gold diggers, right? That's how we do. But we flash the bag on them. So how the fuck we gonna criticize them for being a gold digger, right? But when women flash their bodies, they criticize us for looking at them as a you know what I'm saying, as a you know what I'm saying, as an object of obsession or a sexual object. But that's how people play the fucking game, and that's just how life works, bro. It's no one way to really force it or target it on that shit.
As black men, we need to focus more on our exit instead of our entrance. Nobody remembers how you entered a room. They remember how you exited that room. So why the fuck would you not apply that to a bitch that you fucking with? I told Ben this in a couple of podcasts back. I said every relationship I was involved in, I made sure I exited as if I was leaving that employer. So that way, when an employer call and check for my resume, I'm gonna try to keep it in good standards. And even though Ben said, "Well, that bitch can lie," whatever, the truth gonna always be the truth. If a lot of these political figures and a lot of these industry black figures would monitor the females that they're fucking with, I guarantee you be different results. And maybe this is teaching us a lesson as black men. We need to watch the bitches we fucking with. Because every bitch I fuck with, I try to make sure that she's on my intellectual level.
But that's
I
you though, fam.
Pimp out here on the
that's
street
you though.
and know to act better than we niggas that's not in these streets. I'm
That's
confused.
you.
How's it that a
That's you.
pimp or a
But listen,
simp
listen.
to act better than we can, and we don't see none of that? But we
Hey, yo,
common
son.
niggas take that.
Hey,
That
yo,
shit,
son.
that's fucked up. It makes no sense.
Hey, yo,
Warrior
son.
exit. It's not your entrance, it's your exit. So it's these celebrities' exit. It was R. Kelly back then with Aaliyah. It was his exit. I believe that he could have tried to figure that shit out with Aaliyah, but he didn't. He got worse and worse, got more. Aaron Hall, this nigga bragging about how he fucked an underage girl. I'm not playing devil's advocate, but we niggas got to take accountability for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the bitches fuck with.
But
It's-
when you
it's-
say that,
it's-
when you
it's-
say
it's-
that,
I know you
it's-
can't watch all of them. I know you can't watch all. You gotta have some common sense. You know when you walk into a club, you know the bitch that you need to be messing with and the bitch that you shouldn't mess with. You know a hoe from a common woman.
but
I
look,
know
you
a
can't.
nigga know a common female.
I get what you're saying, son, but look, it's hard, and our community is different than other communities, right? How do you expect for us to hold ourselves accountable when we don't hold each other accountable for our own fuckery? Every time one of our niggas get locked up for some foul shit, the first thing our community does is say, "Free Lil Durk." Nah, let that nigga fucking stay in jail, nigga, for whatever the fuck he did. And I don't wish jail on no nigga. But if that nigga belong there, then that's what it is. We co-sign each other's fuckery. So hold on. We don't hold each other accountable. So that's why we don't hold our own selves accountable, because we always co-sign each other's fuckery. And that's just what it is.
If you know,
That's
if you
the
know,
first thing niggas gonna say.
if you know they fuck with, if you know, if I'm an artist manager. I'm an artist manager, and my artists they just took him in. He gonna have to sit down for a while. My reason saying free that nigga was from an uneducated standpoint from my end as a manager. This is business. My business has to move forward.
But what I'm saying is this, fam. I get it.
Activities.
Hey.
So I have a right to say free that nigga so the business can move forward.
Yo, listen.
Ticklers, you would
I get that.
free that in my out of my mouth ever.
Hey, yo, fam, I get that. That's your artist. You're supposed to fucking rock for your artist. I get that. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about with Lil Boosie just yesterday talking about he riding for Diddy. Diddy's not Boosie's artist. I'm just talking about in our community, we co-sign it, don't count. We co-sign a lot of fuckery and we don't hold each other accountable. As
that
a
is
community, true. I'm not saying that's your man, that's your artist. I don't want to see, bro. I don't give a fuck what Benz did. I'm gonna be like, free that nigga. You see what I'm saying? Because that's my fucking man. You see what I'm saying? If it was you or anybody else that I fuck with like that, I'm gonna say the same shit.
Right, but
even if you wrong, nigga, you right. You see what I'm saying? But we don't hold each other accountable, and that's just what it is, man.
I want to make it clear. He's not my man. He's my artist. Yes, do I love him as a
and like you said, it's business. So again, that's another reason for you to say free that nigga, because that your bag is fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? So I get that.
So I'm Rich Porter. I'm on the block. I don't give a fuck about your personal issues. We made a deal. We moving weight. If you fuck that up, whatever I got to do to get you back on that corner, that's what I'm doing. Fuck your personal life. God bless it, but fuck that. I didn't connect with you on what you doing outside of what we got going on. So that's why I say free such and such.
Okay, I'm not specifically talking about you though, Pac. I'm
Stop
just talking about black people, period. I'm just talking about black people, period. I'll be in comment sections. Sometimes I'll see the title of a video, and before I even watch it, I'll go straight to the comments, and I already know what to expect to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You already know. You go straight to the comments. You run to the fucking comments, nigga. Like, oh God, here we go. You already know what time it is. But to stick to the matter at hand, right? Stick to the topic. Are high profile, and when you say you inserted yourself into the equation. I'm not trying to downplay you or nothing, but I think when the topic, when he says high profile, I think he's meaning like the Diddy's and the Bill Cosby's and the like them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers being taken down. And like you said like this. You brought up LeBron James, right? Earlier.
Basketball. That's all it's done for.
Listen. I'm thinking to myself, like, you don't think LeBron James has groupie bitches up and I'm not saying those are his groupies, but you don't think groupie bitches is at them LA games trying to get at the nigga?
Hell yeah.
They trying to get at that fool. High profile celebrities, high profile black athletes, celebrities, actors, whatever it might be. Yeah, they being fucking targeted. To stick on the topic at hand, fuck yeah, they being targeted. And I think the reason why is like, you look at it like this, right? Majority of the especially athletes, not really, you don't really hear about it with actors and that kind of shit, right? But you mostly hear about it with the athletes where these niggas want to go going broke after they done with the league, right? They not educated. You know what I'm saying? They're not educated. Me, I don't have to be educated to know, like, invest your money. Niggas ain't smart enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way this generation, the world we live in today is just different than the world we lived in before. And women, there was a Scottie Pippen because, and it's like, it's funny because the Pippen shit is the only nigga I know from back in the day, or the only nigga that we hear from back in the day that, yeah, he got targeted for personal fucking gain because now she's fucking Jordan's son and fucking Future or whatever, whoever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Magic Johnson. What do you think of when I say Magic Johnson? What do you think of basketball? Outside of basketball, what do you think?
I don't know Magic Johnson outside of basketball.
AIDS.
HIV.
And a creator brought AIDS.
HIV, not AIDS.
So not my AIDS. Point is, most of our black male downfall is our sexual prowess. I love sex like the next man, and God forbid I get caught up. But if you see a consistency in the problem, what would make you as a nigga keep going in that same direction?
Because niggas be simping. That's why, especially the generation that's going on right now. We wasn't simping. That's why we don't get caught up in a lot of shit that these young niggas get caught up in situations that we don't get caught up in because we're a little wiser.
But it's to the point. It's to the point to where it's become a full-time scam, man. Is what I'm saying. Like, that's my viewpoint. Like, they making this shit like, you know, this is part of the setup. You know what I mean? And then when you see how people is getting hit in return, you know what I mean? Like, you look at it like I'll use Kanye for an example, man. Kanye, he worth $1 billion. His girl worth $1 billion. They break up, and he got to pay this girl what, $200,000 a month? $200,000 a month, and she rich already though. She's a billionaire. So he paying what, about $2.5 million a year for child support. When they both got money, they both got enough money to where if the kids come with him, he can take care of everything. When they go with their mama, they can take care of everything. Like, if you're a billionaire, but it didn't stop him from still getting child support. You feel what I'm saying? It didn't stop him from getting child support. Kobe Kobe cheated on his wife and or whatever happened up at the little massage thing or what have you, and she was gonna get that divorce, but realized how much more he was gonna be worth in the long run. You know what I mean? They can say whatever they want to, but the reality is half of these dudes that be getting chose like to be ended up, even the ones that said, you know what, I'm gonna get with this one. We ain't talking about the niggas that be tricking off their dick and niggas that's just fucking everybody. We talking about the niggas that stick with that one. He be with that one for 10, 12 years and then boom, all of a sudden, divorce time. You feel what I'm saying? Where she run off with half of the bag and some shit that this nigga been out there working his whole life for. And it's becoming common. It's regular. How the Deshaun Watson shit like the Deshaun Watson shit. Let me say my piece on that. They waited hella months and years to say, you know what I mean? Oh, the way they said what's going on, when nobody said nothing until they said that they could monetize off that shit. Now how that many people just pop out the woodworks? All of a sudden now, oh, he did this, and nobody thought to go say nothing. So they give them the lawsuit they giving them is sexual misconduct. Man, what the fuck is sexual misconduct? What is sexual misconduct? Either a nigga did some shit or he didn't. And either he need to go to jail or he don't. But there's no way that you can say, okay, well, we know you did something, but because you know, you give us some bread, we're gonna make all that just go away. So that means it wasn't really a crime then. It wasn't really a crime then. How that's what I understand about a civil suit. You know what I mean? And then they throw a vague ass name out there, sexual misconduct. I ain't never heard of sexual misconduct my whole goddamn life until a rich nigga went to jail. A rich nigga was getting hit with that lawsuit. I ain't never heard of sexual misconduct. They use words rape. They'll say molest. They'll say, you know, whatever. You know, I ain't never heard sexual misconduct, but it was a way for them to say, okay, well, we gonna say you did this, and we're gonna be able to monetize off of this. Well, you ain't gonna go to jail. You ain't gonna go to jail though. You know what I mean? But we're gonna make sure everybody get paid that was involved. So then you got people popping up, just like, you know, the same thing with the Diddy case. Now all of a sudden this person popping up. Somebody popped up today and said that he raped her in 2001. In 2001. And you just now coming back 25 years later to say some shit? You know what I mean?
So let me say this. Why is it? That's a good point, mate. But let me say this. What was Malcolm X's downfall? Was it sex?
No, it was his own people.
What was Dr. King's downfall? Was it sex related?
Well, he got killed before he got exposed. Martin Luther King was still out there having sex with white women.
No. What got him killed?
He got killed before he got exposed. He was out there. His wife even confirmed he was out there having sex with white women.
Same thing with Malcolm X?
I don't know about I know he was running the streets before he became a Muslim.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if he had multiple wives or what he had going on. So you don't quote me on that. But I know he was running the streets first. He also had white women before he became a Muslim.
Everybody's got a behind the scenes backdoor. But I'm saying, what do we presently document those deaths, and what do we connect those deaths with? It's not sexual.
Yeah.
It's political. But now, what do we document these niggas of today? These high caliber niggas. What do we document their downfalls with? Sex. Why is that?
I link they shit to fucking simping. These niggas is just dumb.
That's what it is.
These niggas just be simping and act like they ain't never had pussy in their fucking life, and act like the typical nigga that never had nothing or never had money, and then got the right people behind him, whether it's his moms or his family or whoever it is behind him, showing him the right way to move. Now that you'd have got money, you'd have came from not having money to having money, but this is how you gonna move now that you have it. And that's just what it is. These niggas, the first thing they gonna do is they're the IG model. These niggas having babies with these bitches and all kind of other wild shit. That's what I be saying when I say they be simping, because they do be simping. I don't know. And another thing, we just talking about the high profiles, right? Yeah. Now think about all of these wild, crazy looking women out here. the ones that you would only see at Walmart. Who's getting these bitches pregnant?
Yeah.
Somebody telling in the way they be dressing. Who be telling these bitches that they fine? Who told you that you hot, bitch? It be niggas out here simping. That's just what the fuck it is. The age and the era that we live in, niggas simp. My era, there was no such thing as simping. Nigga, I fell for a lot of bitches, but I had a lot of shorties on my shoulder at the same time. So I can't say, yo, you know what? I like you. I like you. I like you. I like all 6 of y'all. But guess what? Bitch, it's 6 of y'all. It's 6 of y'all. There's only one of me. So who really winning? I'm not simping. I'm pimping.
You know what?
That's the difference between today's dating. Like the whole dating, marriage, like all of that shit going on with relationships and all that shit. Whether it's something serious or not, whether they just women are going to NBA games, scouting niggas out and all that. That's just what it. There's all kind of shit that goes into it, and it's kind of politics. Like women, like Son said, they get crafty these days. They hella crafty. Like it's a they playing chess. These niggas is playing basketball, and these women in the stands are playing chess, and they know exactly what the fuck they doing. They are targeting specific athletes. They're not targeting the nigga that only comes in the fourth quarter when there's 13 seconds left to play. They're not targeting that nigga. They targeting the Kobe's. They targeting the fucking the major niggas. Even the ones that have shorties, even the ones that are married, like LeBron James. Like we seen the videos, we seen the still photos, shorties just giving the googly eyes to LeBron James. Everybody know LeBron James is married happily. That ain't gonna stop chicks from playing chess. That's just what it is. If you ask for something, you gonna try to get it. That's just what it is.
Why he's winning?
What?
Because he has discipline. He's a square. He has discipline.
No, son. Like, no. You bugging.
Fuck.
Why is he a square for having discipline?
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Discipline.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Hey, fam, because I'm gonna keep 100 with you. Yeah. Y'all only know about LeBron based on what the media showed y'all. Please believe LeBron has not been faithful to his wife for 20 years.
I know.
And when I tell you this, when I tell you this, I even got, bro, I got proof that the nigga has.
We public
2 times proof. 2 people with pictures. LeBron ain't what y'all think he is. Now, I will say that LeBron is not gonna leave his wife for one of them girls. But he's tricking, he fucking, he flying them out, he put them in the hotel, and he even bought the 2 girls rings, and it was identical rings. Identical. But when the 2 girls met each other, they looked and seen the rings. They said, "Where'd you get that ring from?" One girl said, the Asian girl asked the little Hispanic girl, "You know LeBron?" And the Hispanic girl looked at her like, how you know? Then the Asian girl pulled out the same fucking ring.
Yeah.
That, but what separates him from the common nigga is he has square discipline. Us real niggas ain't not chess. We trying to get notches on our belt. We don't have
nigga.
Discipline.
We want to get notches on your belt, son. Hey, yo, son.
We want to let this nigga know how many females we knocking off.
Yo, son, let me say something. You get to a point, every nigga gets to a point where in their life where that shit don't matter no more, bro. I was doing what you're talking about. When I said I had 6 bitches, I really had 6 bitches all in the same block. So you get to a point where that shit don't even matter no more, my nigga. Like that's corny.
To the discipline you have.
To certain people, it matters. To certain people, but to again, everybody at some point in your life, my nigga, you gotta grow. And certain things, to me, crowns don't matter like the way they used to. Kicks don't matter like the way they used to. I got a lot of crowns and I got a lot of kicks, but it don't matter the way they used to, my nigga. I promise you that. I don't collect them the way I used to. They don't mean them. I don't even spend as much money per pair as I used to. It shit don't matter no more, bro. It's not
But
it's
it
not
ain't
even
even. But
important.
it ain't. You know the cold
You
part
see what
about
I'm
it
saying?
though. You know the cold part about it though. It ain't even dudes that's always putting themselves out there that's getting burned though. You know, some of these cats is calling themselves, being with the family or doing whatever they doing, and then, when shit changed, it changed for the worse for the on the man side though. You know what I mean? So like they know who they getting with. They know who they getting with when they getting with them. You know what I mean? And if it might, it may look good from the outside looking in, or everything might be cool until it's not. And the moment that it's not, she know that no matter what's going on, she taking care of for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? And so that's what it don't even got to be a malicious target. Sometimes it started off good. You know what I mean? But 4 years down the line, when a motherfucker ready to make a change, or when they decide at this point they don't no longer want to be in this relationship or not, the man gonna lose every time. The man gonna lose every time. So it kind of puts you in a situation where if you rich, you damn near got to pick a side. Am I gonna worry about my success, or am I gonna worry about my relationship life? Because like 75% of them dudes who have a bag, who's successful, especially the brothers, because you gotta remember when brothers get money, a lot of them brothers didn't come from having money. So when they get some change, now they put themselves, like I said, in rooms that they never would have been in places that they never would have been in, because their bag wasn't big enough to get there. You know what I mean? So that you got the ones that are like Tyreek Hill. How many kids that nigga got? 12. He got like 12 kids out there. And you can almost guarantee that every chick that was fucking with him because he was, Tyreek Hill.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, let's just keep it real. I mean, so there's a benefit that comes along from that, from the woman's standpoint. You got some who are looking for that specifically, and then you got ones who know that, okay, I'm gonna be with this dude, but if anything goes the way I don't like it, the moment I'm done, I'm leaving, and I'm gonna be taken care of for the rest of my life.
Yes.
So let me ask y'all three a question. If you walking through Target or Walmart and an attractive woman walk past you and she compliment your shoes or she compliment your shirt, what's your first assessment? You think she's trying to get at you?
Fuck no. Nope. Me personally,
Just a
no.
compliment. Are you trying to double back and be like, oh, she's trying to cheat her shot? Now I gotta capitalize off of that.
Nah,
Or
there's nothing to capitalize off of. If a woman compliments my shoes, she complimented my shoes. She ain't compliment me. She ain't say, damn nigga, you look good. She said,
from that,
yeah, I like your kicks.
Well, from my experience, when they get to do it, when they look, from my experience, when the compliments coming in, they try to shoot their shot, man.
okay, see,
I don't see me
keep
personally. I don't be paying bitches no mind. I don't give chicks that much attention.
No, that's
I don't
real.
be giving them bitches that much attention. If I'm interested in you, I'll let you know. You'll know. But other than that, nah.
So how many Love and Basketball? Who's watched Love and Basketball? You remember when the dad was talking to the son?
Yeah.
What did he tell him? He said, son, you get in this business and you can dodge and duck 1 and 2 and 3, but they're just gonna keep coming. And pretty soon you're not trying to duck and dodge them no more. So he's pretty much saying the higher you go, the harder it gets to duck these problems.
Oh yeah.
But earlier, it takes greater discipline. The higher you go, you have to apply more discipline.
So let me ask you something.
You're building, you have to make it stronger and stronger and stronger. It takes discipline. Discipline is a LeBron James has that. Because we know what he's doing behind it. We know what every husband is doing behind the scenes. Pretty much every husband has fucked somebody else. Pretty much every wife has fucked somebody else. But who is that? I don't know what.
I think he just got an NDA. That's it. Sign this before you come in my hotel room. Keep your mouth shut. That's it.
Puff?
That might be. But let me ask y'all this.
That didn't help Cosby.
Let me ask
They
y'all
ain't
this.
Cosby had no NDA. That's the 70s.
That nigga had none of that. There was no such thing as the NDA back in the
Back
70s.
then,
nigga.
well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask y'all this though. Getting back to the question at hand, a high profile black, right? Why do you think it is that only black men are subjected to this kind of shit, kind of fuckery? Like, how come? Because there's a lot of I refuse to believe that only black men
Yeah,
fall
it ain't only black men.
fall for a pretty face and a big pair of titties. Why do you think it is that black men are the ones that's having babies with these bitches that are like chasing these IG models that are simping? And what's the nigga? What's that football cat? I forget his name and what team he played for. But the whole internet is like, nigga, shorty. It was the shorty. It was the dude that his shorty was like, yo, I wasn't even into the nigga, but I am now. After my
Travis
brother
Hunter.
told me who he
Travis
is.
Hunter.
Who?
Weinstein.
No.
Y'all know who that?
He talking about Travis Hunter.
Yeah. Travis Hunter. Not shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
why do you think it is? Again, black athletes aren't the only ones that's making money.
It should come to that.
Why do you think it is that black athletes are the only ones who experience this kind of shit?
We're the only ones publicized. We're the only ones being publicized.
Yeah.
You think that?
Yeah.
I mean that's what we think. We don't. It's happening to everybody else, but we the only ones that we see it. You know what I mean? Like the Shannon Sharp shit. You know what I'm saying? Like at the moment he was ready to touch a bag and had some shit going on, boom, all of a sudden out the woodworks, here comes something else.
Michael Jackson.
As soon as he get ready to touch some money though, you feel what I'm saying? Now boom, here come this. It's that shit is a setup, man. And brothers just gotta do better. You know your money right, you know what you gotta do. And the reason why we see a lot of brothers too, and I'll tell you this, is because niggas be doing reckless shit. You know, the other folks get some money and they maneuver differently. They know they coming for money, they maneuver differently. You know what I mean? Brothers be a lot of times, we want to flash everything, we want to floss everything, we want to show everything, we want to make it look like we rich. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of other folks, you know, you have to know somebody to know that they rich, because they'll never show it to you. And so a motherfucker want to wear their whole paycheck on their neck. You know, they making, you know, 200,000 a game and 300,000 a game, and he walking around with that on his neck. You know what I mean? Look at me, I got money. So, you know what I mean? A lot of times, like I said, they put themselves in that position, you know, because it's all about who they gonna flex on, who they flossing on, who they stunting on, and who they can pull because they got it. Because that's become the new thing. It's become like a whole thing. You know what I mean? Okay, well, since I got X amount of dollars, I could pull from this list over here. You know what I mean? If your tax bracket, the next bracket down, you can pull from these ones over here. You know what I mean? They know who get money. They know who get money. I could damn near guarantee you within the next 3 years, we're gonna hear about Travis Hunter that married that girl, got divorced, and she done got money, or she had a baby with this nigga, and she leaving him. I don't wish that on, bro. I don't wish that on him. But at the same time, I can damn near guarantee you that's gonna be the storyline in 3 years from now. Within the next 3 years, they either gonna get married and divorced, or she gonna try to have a baby by him and dip for the child support, man. And everybody's seen that coming from a mile away.
What brought Chris Brown down?
Himself.
Yeah.
Himself.
Did you see?
Hey, but look, I hate to touch on what Son said. I'm like this, man. Like, I get what you're saying, and I do agree with part of what you're saying. But when you have instances like you have the Epstein dude and the Skip Bayless, like, these niggas ain't black, and the same, they going through, I guess we could say they have nigger problems in a sense. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's something to do with some kind of powers that be behind the scenes that we don't understand or that we don't get to see out in the public, because we know different rules apply for different races. We definitely get that. You know what I'm saying? But it's when, like with the whole Diddy shit, right? They been knew we come to these conclusions like, well, Diddy he pissed somebody off for them to go after him. He's been doing this shit for however long. They know he's been doing this shit for however long, but you just happen to do some wild shit and piss off the wrong people, and now you where you at. You see what I'm saying?
So this is how I move, right?
Okay.
If I'm at a party with a room full of Caucasian women, white girls, right? All of them white. I'm the only nigga in that bitch, and I'm walking in. I'm invited to this all white girl party, right?
White girl party?
How you think I'm moving amongst these white women? How you think I'm moving? I'm conscious, right? I'm cautious, right?
I think you walking around smiling.
That nigga cheesing from ear to ear.
Ear to ear.
Hey, that nigga made it to heaven.
That part. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Hey.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I am. Okay. Now, how you think I'm walking in a room full of black women?
Quiet, posted up against the wall.
Cautious? Am I just as cautious though as I was in that room full of black women?
No, you probably more cautious.
I know. I already know how you move.
You see.
Hey,
but,
can I say something? I want to address a comment right quick. Hey, can I address the comment right quick?
Yeah.
Hey, so look, real quick, Kayla, man, shut your ass up. Come on, that's last type of party. That's number one. Shut your ass up, Kayla. But look, she said earlier, right? She said Hugh Hefner Playboy Mansion parties and Diddy freak offs are the same thing.
Yes, it is.
I beg to differ. No, they not. Hold on, son. Look, let me ask you something, B. I have a bottle of a baby oil in my bathroom, in my master bathroom, right? You know how many years I'd have had that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Who goes through that many bottles of fucking baby oil, my nigga? I've had the same bottle of baby oil for 25 fucking years, bro.
Hey, man,
We're not the same kind of party, my nigga. Kayla, stop it.
The traffic.
What do you mean why? Because I'm not fucking Diddy. That's why, Kayla. Like, she like, why? You know what I'm saying? But look, they not the same thing. That's why I said earlier, bro, Hugh Hefner did his shit the right way. There's a right way and there's a wrong way.
But you know what it is though? It was the same event. It was just ran different. It was the same event. It was just ran different.
He was
move differently. You gotta move a certain type of way when you reach a certain
because I'm gonna tell you what the difference is. The difference is when Hugh Hefner did what he did, they found a market for that. It was marketable. You understand what I'm saying? Hugh Hefner didn't just jump off the porch with that shit. He been doing that, but he made it marketable. You know, it's just like, I'll give you an example of what it's like. It's like Burner making the weed legal. It's like Burner taking cookies and putting it in all these people's faces before they frowned upon weed, and he made it legal. You know why? Because it was marketable when Hugh Hefner did it. It was marketable. They found a way. Hugh Hefner had a show on TV, 10 years ago. And then he was ahead of some shit way before that. But you know also why? Because you also want to know why? Because the Hugh Hefner parties, your mayors were there, your political cabinet people was there, your doctors was there, your lawyers was there. That's why. That's another reason they made it different too. The people who service who service the community, FBI agents, police officers. Hugh Hefner made his sanctuary open for the people who make the rules and who make the laws. You understand what I'm saying? But they didn't ever want to see Diddy with no $1 billion. Think about it. When do they ever want to see a nigga with some money? So any opportunity that they get to wash you, they're gonna wash you. If it's criminal, they're gonna find a way to stay. You know what? We need to get this nigga up out of here. We need to get this nigga out of here.
I agree with you
right on that, because the rules do be different.
The rules is different.
Black and white. Like
the rules,
there would never be a
different.
black Playboy Mansion. A black
Oh,
exactly.
it's
They
not
would have
gonna
called.
happen.
Hey, they would have called that a brothel.
Yeah, a brothel or he was a
You
pimp.
see what I'm
Or a
saying?
pimp.
Or somebody would have been locked
We
up
don't
for
even-
pictures.
But
Look, we out here in
only
Nevada,
white
right?
men own brothels.
We don't even
though.
have black-owned brothels. Then you talk
That's what I
about
said.
weed.
Only
We locked
white
a lot of
people
black
own
people up for weed. How many black niggas you know that own a dispensary? We can't even do that. And niggas like selling weed.
But that's what I'm
Niggas
saying.
love selling weed.
When Hugh Hefner did it, the way Hugh Hefner did it, it was marketable. The way Burner did it, it was marketable. You understand what I'm saying? It's about how you market shit. Because in all honesty, anybody would be a damn fool to think that at a Hugh Hefner party, the motherfuckers wasn't doing some shit. Them niggas was in there on coke.
You know the only difference? Hugh Hefner branded like a pimp. It was a non-contact sport with Hugh Hefner. I don't think those stories came out and would put his hands on nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't like it, you just gonna get up out of here.
When you don't play the game, you lose. When you don't play Pac-Man the right way, you lose. When you don't play Centipede the right way, you lose. This industry is a game, and the higher you go, the harder the game gets. Hugh Hefner played the game the same way Frank Sinatra played the game with the mob.
But look, listen to what I'm saying, son.
Black man that lost, he didn't want to play the game. Bill Cosby didn't want to play the game no more. Michael Jackson didn't want to play the game no more. R. Kelly didn't want to play the game no more. Hugh Hefner didn't have the ability to and a one-up on us. He just played the game. That's it.
No, what I'm saying is he played the game the right way, my nigga. Listen. Them niggas could both have Playboy mansions. He got a Diddy mansion. He got a Playboy mansion. All right, cool. We get that. One of these niggas was eating grapes off a 14-year-old girl, right? One of them had 1,500 bottles of baby oil with some wild ass fucking date rape drug that they could that's untraceable, and which is the reason why he fucking did that shit and put it in baby oil, because you can't test it. You can't test the human body and catch no traces of this shit.
So who do you think released that video with eating Cassie in the hallway? Who do you think released that video?
I don't give a fuck. He beat that bitch's ass, nigga, and it wasn't right. I don't care who released the video, my nigga. It don't matter. He did what he did.
But see, even with that though,
he did what he did.
Hey, but even with that though,
he did what he did. We saw it.
Listen though,
you can't defend that shit.
She dealt with that shit for 10 years. For 10 years. And she said that when they showed the transcripts or whatever from the case, from the courthouse and shit, she was on there saying openly that I did all that because I didn't want him to leave me. I did all that because I was trying to I didn't want to leave that lifestyle. She was on drugs too, you know what I'm saying? But she already hit him for $30 million, if I'm not mistaken. Then she already sued that nigga for $30 million.
Mm-hmm.
And then now she doubling back.
What's Will Smith?
She already hit him for $30 million. So she could have left whenever she wanted to, but she said out of her own admittance that I loved the lifestyle. I didn't want him to leave me and go be with somebody else. You know what I mean? And she was trying to come up. I mean, let's be honest. She was a musician. Why not get with Puffy? Why not get with if he already on me? Why not? You know what I mean? So even when you see the videos and all that, when ain't nobody you know that we all know that shit ain't the way it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? But the reason that she was in the arena because he was a rich nigga.
I only brought the video.
It ain't nothing else about it. He was a rich nigga. That's it. I mean,
I only brought the video up because it got released by the higher ups because Diddy didn't want to play the game. How do you think the liquor? It was the liquor deal. What's the liquor deal? It was the liquor deal that started it. He didn't want to play the game no more.
Yeah.
With that liquor deal, and all of a sudden this video that's been out, they've been had with Cassie, and all of a sudden they releasing that. She didn't want to play the game with Ciroc no more.
Yeah.
R. Kelly didn't want to play the game no more. Jay-Z is connected to Beyonce. Beyonce is quote unquote in the white entity. How you think Jay got out of his situation?
I don't think it's that niggas didn't want to play the game no more. I think it's more like niggas just pissed off.
No, that's all. Once you don't want to do it no more, it's like being in a gang. You can't just exit your way out.
That is real. That is real, though.
I understand that. But when you piss off certain people, it's like this. Let me get a perfect example, fam. Let me get a perfect example. You just piss off the certain people, bro. It's like Kanye. We can't say Kanye didn't want to play the game no more. He pissed off the right people and he fucked himself off immediately. He just pissed off the right people. It wasn't that he didn't want to play the game no more.
Diddy wanted to venture off. He wanted to leave Ciroc and create his own De Leon, but he wanted the same support that he pushed with Ciroc.
But he was running his mouth the same way as Kanye. That's why I'm liking them both to each other, because they was both running their fucking mouth about the wrong people. But it wasn't the right ones, and they ate his ass up. You can't bite the hand that feeds you, my nigga. That's what Kanye did, and that's what Diddy did. I know about what you're saying about with the rock shit, with the Ciroc shit. You can't bite the hand that feeds you. When you start running your mouth about certain shit, and certain shit is the powers that be, and that's the machine. And when you go against the machine, this is what the fuck happens. Them niggas left you the fuck alone all this time. They already knew about you, like we already talked about. You know what I'm saying? They already knew about Diddy's dealings. They left that nigga the fuck alone. But when you start fucking with these niggas the wrong type of way, okay, that's how we feeling. That's what we doing right now. You disrespectful. And they did so. And that's the same thing that they did with Kanye. They made an example out of his ass the same way, because he started running his fucking mouth.
And they did the same shit. They did the same shit with Michael Jackson and Prince.
Yeah.
They did the same shit with both of them.
Yeah.
They did the same shit with both of them.
Start doing this. Start doing too much of this, bro.
But no,
to the wrong people, bro.
But you know what happened to Prince? That's why he just went by the symbol. That's why he exited himself. So he went rogue. So Prince went rogue. He didn't want to fuck with the industry the way they was taking him, the direction they was taking him. So that's why he just went by that symbol. He didn't even call himself Prince no more.
I remember that.
So then he's moving forward, and then he went after the masters. So this is about the high caliber black man. So we're staying on topic. High caliber black man. We don't have the discipline and the understanding of the higher we go, it's either we're going to play it or we're not. And Prince didn't want to play, and that was his succumb and his downfall.
Hey, look, to answer the question, like you said, to stay on topic, I think that black men are being targeted. The game is just a little bit different right now, where you have women, just like you have simps out there, you have women that target simps. You have women that target specific men because they're like, I could get him. The same way we target women, where we're like, yo, I bet I can grab Shorty's number or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? We target women because we see them as the easy target. Women see certain dudes as an easy target. Yeah. And that's just what the shit comes down to, bro. They're not fucking with certain type of niggas.
You don't control my actions. I can chill with a whole,
I get that.
A whole all night. Like, yo, you can bring a female to me and say, yo, bro, she good on it. You can go ahead and get that. You can get at that. You can leave me with that whole all night. But I can choose if I try to make that smash or not.
I know, but that's so when I
control that narrative. Most of it is our actions. So it goes back to the discipline of the nigga. We need to ascertain more discipline. You can't make me pull my dick out.
Right.
You can't.
But that doesn't mean that you're not being targeted. If you was a high profile black male, that doesn't mean that you're not being targeted though. What you do and how you handle the situation is different. But that doesn't mean you're not being targeted. Women are targeting high profile black men.
Right. So I'm gonna advance and heighten the way I move. I'm gonna heighten advancement the way and I'm saying this by experience. I'm not just jaw jabbing. I'm saying this by Every room I walk into, I monitor it. I know how to move with that. Every block I pull up in, I know how to move with that. If I'm around Crips, I know how to move, and I know the disrespect and the non-disrespect. If I'm around Bloods, I know the disrespect and the non-disrespect. Okay, I gotta move. I can't wear this color. Boom, boom, boom. Like if I move around the Bloods and I wear blue, what do I expect the results from that? So how's it that I can move accurately in the streets, but I can't move accurately in the sheets? That makes no fucking sense at all. So that means as a man, I'm weak as fuck. Because I'm big about the gangster, but I'm not big about that. That makes no sense.
Hey, pussy is one hell of a drug for some men. That's just what it is. We know how to move around a group of, hey, we know how to swim in a room full of sharks. We know how to move around wolves. But when it comes to that pussy, some niggas is weak when it comes to pussy.
I like that, and I'm a sheltered nigga. Yeah, but I'm sheltered. I'm a sheltered nigga. I'm not going out like that. If I try to move in
bro, everybody's not like you though. There's a lot of niggas that's gonna fall for that shit. That's what I'm trying to say. A lot of these niggas, bro, especially these new niggas, they gonna fall for it. They're a little bit more simplistic than niggas are from our generation, my nigga.
Real shit.
And from
they got it
certain cloths that we cut from.
You got to think about it. We didn't have social media growing up and shit. So just imagine a rich nigga getting hella DMs, or if we was the same shit, 20, 25 years ago, and a motherfucker was rich, and you getting DM every day, all day by the baddest bitch you've ever seen in your life. You know what I mean? And that's what's going on with a lot of these dudes too. That social media, you got access now to the ones that you didn't have access to, and they got access to you, right? So that's the difference too. The access, because even from the level of success that we ventured, if we would have had social media at a young age when we was at the height of a lot of shit going on, boy, it would have been different because it was already rocking and we wouldn't even know no social media. Shit was ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like for real. You know what I'm saying? So I can imagine how shit would have been if we would have had social media where a lot of that shit was going on. You know what I mean? It wasn't no social media at the Freakniks. It wasn't no social media at the Lake Merritts and all that shit. You know what I mean? So you can only imagine how shit would have been at the height of all of that.
That does bring in a different dynamic, but I guess it's all about how much pride you have in yourself as a man. I got too much pride.
These niggas ain't got no pride in themselves, man. These niggas ain't got no motherfucking pride. They got money. Nigga, a lot of these niggas don't go by the same morals. They don't go by the same morals that we come from, because nigga, we cut from a generational cloth, nigga, that no longer exists, my nigga. These niggas got money, nigga, and with money, they're not looking for intellect. With money, they're not looking for pride. They're not looking for. Half these niggas don't even got no fucking character, bro. He know he got a bad. You just seen this young nigga Anthony Edwards to pay the bitch off to never have the bitch come around ever again with the kid ever, nigga. She thought she was finna hit this nigga for 18 years, and homie said, you know what? Here go 1.8 million, bitch. Fuck you and that kid. I don't ever want to see neither one of y'all again. Now I'm just saying, like, what era did they do that shit? You ain't never seen a nigga do no shit like that before. Because he know he got 200 million coming. That nigga know he got 200 million coming. So for him, it was cheaper to see her go. Fuck it. Okay, I gotta pay child support. Well, how much I owe y'all? No, I mean for the whole 18 years. Take this shit, you and that kid, I never want to see you again, nigga. That's the mindset these niggas is on. So you gotta think about it. They in a whole nother, especially these young cats, they in a whole nother mindset, bro. Their mindset is totally different. We grew up in the era where if you really want to be technical, nigga, we grew up in the era where a bitch was gonna pay us, like type shit, like especially from California. We move with a different mentality. And I know certain places everybody move differently in the whole nine, but in California is one of them places where, and I'll tell you the difference too. Because coming up, we wasn't raised on the morals of what we gonna dish out. We was raised on the morals of what we was gonna get in. Nowadays, these niggas I'm telling you, I done been to Area 29, nigga, out here in Houston, nigga. I swear to God. Hey, I done seen these niggas throw a damn near $1 million on the floor. I'm telling you. And these niggas is throwing money. I'm talking about, and these niggas ain't no basketball players. These niggas ain't no rappers. These niggas got more money than the rappers. Nigga, I done been in Area 29, nigga, where you couldn't see the flow, my nigga. It was so much money on the goddamn flow, bro. So these niggas is, and they leading with that. But they leading with that. So then now when we say targeted, we understand they're not really targeting, they putting the target on themselves. Because if you lead with that bag, you lead with that. That's what you're starting off with. What make you think she gonna ever accept anything less? Oh, but this is the lifestyle to come along with fucking with this nigga. Yeah. He letting me know that right now.
So you know where you know where I learned a lot of my game from? From the silence. It's not me being involved. It's not me being on the playing field. And that's where I want to be. But I found there's more power on the sideline. So I avoided a lot of my situations watching a lot of other niggas' mistakes. I've never paid my way into a strip club. Other niggas has paid me into a strip club. And I'm not even bragging on that because I never saw any profit or any indulgence in me sit under a bitch that's going to jaw jab a bunch of lies to me just to get some bread out of me, ever. And I'm definitely not taking her home and fucking, even though I have, but it ain't been on my dollar. But I've never seen any profit in going into a strip club because I know all she's going to do is just chirp in my ear, an earful of lies, and thinking like I'm going to believe that shit. But man.
That's the game though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so like you was talking about earlier, playing the game. If you're going in there, you going in there to go play the game. I mean, should no nigga ever walk in a strip club and think what the bitch is saying is real. I mean, nigga, that's her job. Nigga, her job is to make you feel good so you can throw some money. You feel what I'm saying?
I've never paid to go in there. I told niggas I'm paying.
But that's the whole setup. Like when you go watch a football game, you're going to go watch the football game. I'm going for the passes, the touchdowns, the catches, the rushing yard. You know what I mean? When you enter a strip club, that's what you're entering. You're entering basically what you're supposed to be in your mind is supposed to be a fantasy world where you can go in there and you can see the bitches that you never would have seen in your life. As long as you got a couple dollars, she gonna do everything you need her to do.
I know, but why you think I haven't saw fit for me to pay my way into the strip club?
I mean, that might not be your cup of tea, but I just told you. But I just told you though, Area 29, bro. I'm tired of been there where you couldn't see the flow. I'm talking about the flow you got to walk on, not the stage, nigga. I'm talking about the flow you got to walk on. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Hey, so maybe that's not your cup of tea, but it's cats that don't mind going there and throwing 10 grand a night. They don't mind going 10 grand a night. I pulled it. Look. I'm gonna show you how cold the game is. Right. I had my birthday, and we was at one of the spots down at 3rd Ward. Right. And so we see the Range Rovers pulling up, the Benzes, everything pulling up. It's like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They pull up and they talk about, yeah, the after party is at Area 29. So I go outside. We all coming outside or whatever, you know, at the mingle and whatnot. Nigga, it was the strippers, nigga, pulling up in Range Rovers, 600s, nigga, vets and shit, nigga, the whole night. That's how much money they make because niggas up there throwing everything they got, nigga, up there. So they leading with that. A lot of niggas is leading with that. So you think that she gonna go from her driving a Range Rover, making two or three bands a night, you know what I mean? Fucking with niggas that only got money to fucking with a regular Walmart nigga? No, she looking for now. She trying to go up. She trying to go up to the next level now.
Right, I feel you on that, but my first menage a trois was in a strip club, and I didn't pay a dime. So I didn't come up with that square nigga.
Oh shit.
First menage, and I was scared as fuck, but I handled my business.
Hey, it's all different kind of levels of strip club.
So I understood the assignment.
Oh shit.
Bullet wounds and stab wounds. That's where he went. Nigga, you could have that whole strip club. Hey, that nigga didn't go to the Top Notch Cabaret. I bet they had the Top Notch Cabaret.
They were top tier. It's in Canada. It was over in Canada too. They were top tier. It's over in Canada. That's facts. The homie watch it too. That's but most of bring it back full circle. Most of the situations that we're witnessing now with these high profile black men is behind sexuality. It's not behind marching, political figures, or none of that. So I can't be that sympathetic. Because if you seeing what happened to R. Kelly, how are you succumbing to this same thing now that you did it?
Yeah.
And it might be too late to pull out, but when do you readjust it? Like we've all had flaws and faults, but when do you readjust it? You might have walked in this bank and got away with the first robbery, but what makes you go back and think you're going to get away with the second robbery?
Because you got away with the first one?
When you say, oh, the homie just got caught. So what makes you go back? Look at Lil Durk. He saw what happened to Vaughn. That's his man. And then you're going to send some shooters? You got to be stupid. How can I be sympathetic to that? And then look at Lil Baby. How can I be sympathetic to that? I can't. And when I look at that, they're not moving no type of way politically. I'm not talking about your little donations in the hood. I'm talking about like a real impact. Where is that at? It's not. So I can't be that sympathetic with what's going on right now with these, particularly the main three black ones, which is R. Kelly. We're dealing with Puff Daddy. They almost had Jay-Z, but I guess he's really of that higher caliber. That's why they let him do the Super Bowl. So I can't be that sympathetic with what's going on right now. Do I feel like they targeted us? I feel like they targeted us when we come out the womb. I feel like that. But I feel like we bring and bestow that upon ourselves even at a greater level, according to the higher level we go and how loosely we move and we don't have no discipline, especially around women. I think niggas move with their dick more than they.
So I think 80 had asked earlier about, was it black men that's getting targeted? Like, you don't think other men are moving around with no discipline? They're not
publicized. They're not as publicized as they are. We're the black sheep.
But so if they're not, do you not think that, so are the women really targeting the black men only? And not even just women. Are these lawyers convincing these women to target black men? Because
it's more profitable for the black man. It's more profitable for the lawyer to target the black man. If it's more profitable for the lawyer to target the black man than it is the white man.
Yeah, because I know, like, as kids, we've been seeing the rock and roll group bands with all the white girls after the show backstage, coked out, sex parties, all the shit. I know that didn't stop. I know that still goes on, but you don't hear about any cases against them.
They're not like they watching us. They're not watching a white man like they're watching us. When you walk out of club, cops are not watching that white boy that's walking out that club. They're watching that nigga that's walking out that club. Because we're going back to the 22s, the spinners, we're going back to the rims. So they already assume there's weed, there's drugs in there, there's guns in there. They're not watching that white boy.
We're talking about women.
They
know who got it.
So with the women is, they know niggas are trying to show and prove. They trying to show that I got money. Look, I got the Burberry scarf. I got the jewels. I got the rings. I got money. Like, when bitches see me, they think I'm the weakest nigga. Because, like, look what I'm flashing. Oh, this nigga's going to try to prove to me that he's rich. Look at it. He got all 8 rings. I'm trying to target that nigga. We don't have no discipline. That white boy ain't coming like this. He come out like this. What?
Do they be targeting you when you have all your jewelry on?
I think every woman targets a nigga that's flashy like this. Because they can see us weak. They think it's weak.
I ain't no girl get at you, man.
Huh?
I ain't never seen no girl get at you.
You have it.
Stupid, son. Stupid.
talk.
Hey,
I don't talk.
I just think like black people with money move differently than white people with money. And I think that it shows, and I think we're more we move stupidly with money, and we put a target on our own back. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, man, like you see white people with money, you never see white people with money phones to their faces and shit like that. Like niggas have a money phone to their face, and that's not even a lot of money. Like you're not even rich with that shit to your face. You see what I'm saying? Like that's not really wealth. That means nothing. You know what I'm saying? Any white person, that's what they could give to the homeless nigga off the exit off the freeway, and that's nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? Like that's real shit. So the way we move with money and the way white people move with money, and that's why I said, like, why don't you think that? That's why I asked rather than I said, but I asked, why don't we think that, you know, white athletes of the same stature, high profile white athletes or white men, period, not athletes.
They don't do the same. They don't do the same activities. It's the same thing like we talked about the Hugh Hefner and the P. Diddy thing. It's the way that they operate, the way that they move. They're not putting their business out in the streets because they ain't trying to floss for nobody. You know what I mean? We know who got money, who don't. But you put two of the same caliber, high profile people in the same room, and you could put a white dude in the room that's worth $8 million, and you put a brother in the room worth $8 million. The brother gonna try to show you that he worth $8 million. You're not gonna know that unless you know that white dude personally. You know what I mean? You're not gonna know what he got or not because he's not gonna be dressed like that. He ain't gonna be wearing, you know, Versace shirts and Versace shoes, and you know what I mean, and you know, $200,000 on his neck and all that shit. He's not gonna do none of that.
But hold on.
Try harder for us.
That's exactly. You know what? That's exactly my point.
Why we try harder? It's the same way we do when we step up on that court. We trying to be the baddest nigga on the court. I'm trying to hit the most threes, the jumpers, all of that. It's a lot harder for us to ascertain it and move our way.
But the problem is who the fuck does that even impress? And see, that's what puts them in the position that they're in. They attract the negative. The energy is negative off of something that they feel that they gain positively. You know
okay, so it doesn't bother you when that white man puts out a movie and he don't want them numbers? Who are they trying to impress? So sometimes we be biased against our own kind. So you just said, who the fuck is a nigga trying to impress another nigga? Who the fuck is a white man trying to impress when they drop a movie? They trying to get numbers.
Yeah, but he ain't. But dropping a movie is like like putting your that's your business. That's your line of work.
I know, but
stunned on a nigga ain't your line of work. Nigga, you don't get paid to go stun on a nigga. You gonna get robbed, stunting on a nigga. You gonna get targeted, stunting on a nigga. That's different. When a white man put out a movie, that's a way to gain capital.
He's trying to get no. He gonna get his money regardless. He gonna get his money regardless. They need them numbers to show up at the movie theater. So how is it that a nigga is wrong for getting his numbers on the court, but the white man ain't wrong for getting his numbers in the movie theater? They need them numbers in the movie theater. I think a lot of times niggas put more pressure and disrespect on their own kind than they do that white boy. And now that pressure, we gotta try to prove to another nigga that we got it.
But that's the thing.
Pressure, we wouldn't get out there active. We wouldn't get out there ignorant like we are. If you look at Chicago, look at the way them niggas moving in Chicago. You know why they stepping like that? Because another nigga saying, I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. I bet you won't. That's why niggas is moving. I guarantee you, them niggas wasn't testing them and saying, I bet you won't. I guarantee them niggas won't be stepping like that out there. So a lot of times, we are our worst enemy. We are our worst. The same thing with a nigga that walk in the club and say, I bet you can't pull her. I bet you can't get at her. I bet you didn't hit that. I bet you can't hit that. Then what do? We try to prove to this nigga that we can get at that and hit that. So a lot of us is us making ourselves downfall as a whole.
Facts. Definitely facts.
What depends? Whoever you fucking with, whoever your circle is, that'll tell the direction of where you going. Whoever you fucking with, that'll tell direct. Lawyers only hang out with lawyers. Politicians only hang out with politicians. Who do niggas hang out with? That'll tell you a lot about themselves and the direction they going.
Hey, this nigga here hang out with a lot of white people.
Who, me?
No, me. I said
Oh.
this nigga.
Oh, okay. I got love for white people.
This nigga right here hang out with a lot of white people. I'll tell you that right now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I fuck with my niggas, but hey, I'm smart with mine, man. And a lot of niggas don't know how to move correctly because they don't know how to turn off the nigga and turn on the black person. And that's the difference. You see what I'm saying? That's what separates me from a lot of other niggas. You know what I'm saying? I know how to turn that nigga shit off and move like a decent black person. And that's just what it is. But getting back to the point, again, you could take, I think that if you take a white athlete who just signed, you take two athletes, black and white, they both signed 250 mil. The black athlete is gonna have a bigger target on his back than the white dude. And it's not about the money. At this point, it's no longer about the money. It can't be about the money, my nigga. Because when you think about it, why is the black athlete being targeted more than the white athlete? They both signed the same deal, even if they both single. It's because niggas be simping. Niggas be simping. And it's like you said, we all out here, what we do is for somebody else to see. What we do is for somebody else to see. Let me tell you something, bro. I came through, right? I pulled up. I was with. I'm not gonna say no names, right? But I pulled up, and the nigga said he made a comment about the music that I was bumping. I'm like, who gives a fuck, nigga? I'm bumping this shit because I like it. That's what I'm thinking and shit. But he's like, he's so busy worried about what everybody else is thinking about my music. I'm like, why you worried about what the fuck they thinking about my shit? I'm not here for everybody else to, nigga, I'm bumping this shit for me to listen to, not for them to listen to. You see what I'm saying? And the way they move, everything that they do is for somebody else to see. If you ever listened to the Nigga Experience by CeeLo, the Nigga Experience, that explains exactly what the fuck I'm saying, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like it's all like we do a lot of shit, like you said. It's not necessarily to show off, but we just love the attention, bro. It's like, look at me. Look at my motherfucking Jordans. Niggas be online. Bro, I've never seen a white person post a pair of kicks online, ever on Facebook. Niggas get a pair of Jordans and act like, nigga, you invented Jordans. Nigga, you not even from the generation that Jordans came out in.
With me,
I'm from the generation, but hold on. I'm from the generation where Jordans came out and we wasn't even flossing them shits like that, my nigga. You hear what I'm saying? But these new niggas and certain generation after that, as soon as you get a new pair of Jordans or Scotties, you online like this, in, out, in, out. However the fuck they do the camera trick, knowledge and trickery, that's what the fuck they do. It's all for somebody else to see. Nigga, we don't give a fuck about your Jordans, nigga. Everybody got Jordans. But everything that we do typically is just, like you said, like it's for somebody else to see. And the reason
but there is a
targeted in white athletes or high profile white celebrities, because it doesn't have to be athletes. It could be actors or whatever the fuck. They don't get targeted for that exact reason, bro.
But you have to hold in mind there is a separation with that. Because a lot of times you're your own brand. You have to showcase yourself as your own brand. So you have to, I'm an artist. I'm a rapper, right? / singer. I'm not moving like a square. I'm not moving like a broke nigga. I'm not. I'm a brand now. So it's my job to move at a more elite and flamboyant and cocky level. So I'm that nigga that's gonna be flamboyant when I walk in the room because I'm selling myself.
That's your personal job.
I got to separate the two. I'm not going to walk in your store if you haven't draped the windows to appeal to my attraction. If you walk past Burberry, they're going to drape and put whatever they want to appeal to your eyes in that window. If you go to a restaurant, what's the first thing you ask for? A menu.
No,
You
that's
order.
you don't have to ask. They're gonna bring this shit to you.
Wait. Order off the attraction of that menu. You ain't even tasted the shit, but because it looks good.
But look,
So
let me tell you,
what profession you're in, if you don't look good, you ain't moving shit. So as
yo,
an artist,
that's your personal job, fam. Because look, I'm gonna tell you, I promise you, and I put that on my mom's. May she rest in heaven, my nigga. If I hit the lotto tomorrow for $450 million, nigga, you wouldn't even be able to tell. I promise you. That's just the type of nigga I am.
Right.
I'm still gonna drink Hennessy. I'm still gonna drink Hennessy. I'm still gonna drink Stella. I'm not gonna be out here being flamboyant. That's just the type of nigga I am. So when you say that's a personal job, yes, that's your personal job, my nigga. Everybody don't move like that. So with the difference, hold on. Bitches is gonna target you. They're not gonna target me because I'm not putting that target on my back, my nigga. If I hit for 450 mil, you probably see me with a different car. I might get upgrades on my bike.
I'm a
humble ass nigga, my nigga. I'm humble.
You might not tell nobody you rich, but there's gonna be some signs going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be some signs. You were like, how this nigga get them upgrades on his bike and where he get that BMW from? But I'm not gonna be flamboyant about this shit. I'm not gonna be loud about my shit, my nigga.
Yeah.
I'm a
but
still gonna drink Hennessy. I might
but
upgrade, but that's about it. You see what I'm saying?
Nigga like me that's got the money to his ear and flashing the guns, I got the knowledge and the discipline. So as long as I got that, I'm gonna walk out like you, unscathed. So it don't matter if I'm wearing Payless shoes or Stacey Adams. As long as I understand and I got the discipline, I ain't never co-signing a bitch. I ain't never co-signing a bitch. You know what? I hate even flattering a bitch when I walk in. You know why? Because I know she's expecting it. I don't fuck with the DMs. Any bitch that I've ever DM'd, I met her in real life. I've never DM'd a bitch that I haven't met in real life, ever. I'm talking about trying to get at her. I don't do it. I got pride for that. I'm not co-signing it because I know you expected it. I know you expected it. I'll walk past an attractive chick that I'm trying to get at so bad, but I'll be like, you know what? Hey, you know how many niggas try to get at her already tonight? I'm good off that, and I'll just take that. And I probably got
that boy been showing his age the whole show. This nigga done named Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Stacey Adams, Dr. J, Atari, Centipede. God damn, boy, can we get something up to date? God damn, we talking about Puff Daddy and Jay-Z and Carly. What's going on today?
Hey, you want me to talk about Chris Brown? You know he's in jail now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, he in jail overseas.
Who? Chris Brown?
Yeah, he got arrested today.
Oh shit! Where my phone at?
That's 23.
Oh shit!
And they arrested him. This happened back in 2023. He slapped one of his music producers with a bottle. How's that for 8?
That's wild.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Hey, high-profile black men are definitely being targeted for personal gain, my nigga. That's a fact.
Some of it is our fault.
And I think the reason why is because we put the target on our own back. So what happened to high-profile white men? Listen, the reason why high-profile white men are not being targeted is because they don't put the target on their back. That's the reason why. We love to show off. We got to stunt. Look at me. That's so what we do. So we attract that kind of we draw that kind of attention. So that's what it is. So you motherfucking right, we are being targeted. Or rather,
so we no, but we
I ain't being targeted for shit because I'm not a high profile and I'm broke as fuck.
I am.
So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Oh, target
I'm
on
not
my
rich.
bad.
I'm not rich, but I understand every time I walk out my door, I got to be on high alert. I know that for a fact because I could succumb to everything that they're succumbing to just because my face is not popularized. Every time I walk out my door, I still have that understanding that I got to watch how I move and watch what I do, watch what I say, watch who I text, watch how I text it. So if I'm thinking it at this level, what level do you think I'll be thinking at it at their level? Because look what happened to Ace Rock. Like I think we need to be more accountable for our actions, especially non-political figures. None of these black men right now are political figures, and I have to keep reiterating that. They're in an industry where you're going to get caught up moving the way they move. You're not going to get caught up so much. You're going to be more on high alert if you're a political figure. If I'm running for mayor, why am I at this club?
Hey, you know
If
what?
why am I at this hotel with this chick? So I'm
We
going to
love
be
to
on more
be
alert.
seen. We just love to be seen, man. That's part of our culture. I don't know if we're just genetically fucking predisposed to loving to be fucking seen or being like we stunting on motherfuckers, but it just for some fucking reason that's just what runs prevalent in our culture. It's
I think
stunting
because
and
we
being
come from,
fucking seen.
I think most of us, even I say 99% come from nothing. So when as soon as a nigga gets something, he got to be loud about it. But look at me, look what I got now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
sometimes it ain't even about the money. We still trying to be seen with all the windows rolled down on the car with the music always goddamn blast.
And the
Look at me.
AC up. And the AC
You know
up.
what I mean? Music got to be blasted. No matter where we at, it could be in the most inappropriate area where the music should be turned down. The music still got to be on full goddamn blast level 10. God damn.
He said the
That's
music
why all
should be
nobody
turned
niggas come to
down.
my house. Bro, you cannot come over here with that music blasting. Real talk. I'm like, why will you and there by yourself? Nigga, I can't do it, bro. I heard you coming from a block away. Nah. I'm the only nigga on the street. Hell nah. They know where y'all coming to. Hell nah. No.
Yeah, that's crazy. But like it goes to what I said, man. We just not we, man, but just some black people. We just love to be seen. Like a lot of things that matter to us, things that are important to us that are really fucking nothing, and they're not important. Like who gives a fuck?
Look,
or just not important to white people.
Like would you
And they
say?
can have way more than us, and that they don't have to prove it because it's not a big fucking thing to them.
Because they floss. One person floss in a different manner than we floss. You know what I mean?
Right.
Niggas that have all the jewelry, all the cars, all the name brand clothes, because it can be seen. You know what I mean? And be loud. And niggas don't have no house. But when a house able to move and you can put rims on a house and take it to the club with you, niggas will start buying houses.
Niggas,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
But because I can't take the house to the club and nobody can't see that I got it, you know what I mean? Fuck that house. I'm gonna get this apartment and then I'll go buy all this loud ass shit. That's where the money goes. A white boy had a car, the big ass trucks, the house, all the shit, and that nigga wear the same Old Navy t-shirt and them salmon colored shorts and the thong flip flops. You know what I mean?
With me, I've always wanted to move as ignorant and as arrogant as fuck. But what separates me from succumbing to that foolishness is my self-awareness of the consequences. I know the consequences of walking around with a loaded gun. I got one in the chamber. I know the consequences of walking around with a snake in a box. I know the venomous situation. I know the consequences. So that's what separates me from that other foolish nigga. Because I'm foolish just like him, but I understand the consequences if I cross that line. A lot of niggas don't understand. There's a line that you shouldn't cross. And that's what fucks you up. When a cop pull me over, I'm not on no slavery shit, but I don't do the whole, rights and dictating it. No. Yes, sir. My driver's license, insurance, here you go. Boom. That's
So
it.
honestly, why do you think a lot of black guys kind of do that? Do you think they doing it to impress women, or do you think they really doing it to impress other men?
Do what?
Being loud, the way they dress, and the way they want to showboat money. Is that really for women, or is that from trying to impress other men?
For me, it's my regurgitation to where I was raised. I wasn't the cool kid growing up. Like I was the black sheep growing up. So with me now, I'm trying to be as loud and arrogant as I can. I'm pretty much got a rebellious character about me. I don't care. Fuck you. Oh, you don't like this? Watch me do this. Oh, that's what you don't like? Well, I'm going to do exactly what you don't like. So from my standpoint, it's neither male or female that I'm trying to impress. I'm just trying to be as most disrespectful as I can because it's my get back. It's me saying, fuck y'all. It has no tax.
Who you saying fuck you to, though?
He said,
The world. Anybody who's in my presence. I eat with my hands. I'm not eating with a spoon or a fork because you want me to eat with a spoon or fork. So I'm not trying to appease you. Not you per se, but I'm not trying to appease you. I'm not trying to put in.
I got you.
So which girl?
I'm not. Now, when I go to a restaurant, I'm not doing this. Fuck you.
I ain't going to eat with that nigga then. Fuck that. Me and him can only go to Cane's.
Look at with his hands. He touching all the food and shit with his fingers and shit.
Oh no, we not going to Morton, Root, Chris, none of that shit. We'll take this nigga.
But I'm to you. No, I know how to. No, I know when to turn that off. I have discipline. But I'm saying overall, that's how I move. I don't wear the jewels to impress a female. I wouldn't have never got them. I don't need jewelry to get pussy. I don't move around and have a gun to impress a nigga. But if I feel like that's what I shouldn't be doing to make you comfortable, I'm going to do it.
That's a very interesting logic to take. It's very interesting.
And you say you respect me, then why is it that what I wear and what I got offend you?
It shouldn't.
As long as I'm respectful around you, why does that bother you?
Hey, certain niggas, it don't bother, bro. It shouldn't, and it shouldn't bother no nigga. To be honest with you, it shouldn't bother no nigga. But me personally, bro, that shit don't offend me. I really don't give a fuck about what's going on with the next nigga. That's just me. I really don't give a fuck. What you eat don't make me shit. As they say, I really don't give a fuck about what's going on with the next nigga, man.
I want y'all opinion on this, man. You got within the culture, man. So you got a lot of black guys that, they go out there buying the designer clothes. Again, you got white guys that buy designer clothes, maybe not to the extent that some black guys do it. You know what I mean? Where they got to be designer from head to toe, including the belt. Some white guy might just have a designer T-shirt on, but regular beat up ass jeans, and whatever. So from the clothes to the jewelry to the cars to the rims, why do you truly think that black guys are like that? And do you think there's pressure on black guys to be that person versus like a white guy doesn't have to do all that, a Mexican guy definitely doesn't do all that? Do you think that black guys, it's like for instance,
there's pressure
to do all that, and I'm going to go back to black women. Even if you was a black guy, you didn't do that. Do you even think black women overlook you too because you're not that type of dude?
Well, now you're talking about
the average white guy. He doesn't got to look like shit, and we see it all the time. He can be the plainest fucking white boy. He can be nigga, no name brand, nothing. Motherfucker drive a Toyota Prius and can still go get a bad white chick. It's not because he got no game. Goofy, no game, no nothing about him. Messed up hair and can still get that. But for a black guy, can he go pull a bad? I'm talking about bad now. Not the woman who thinks she bad, but a badass black chick. And he looked the way that a white boy looked, dressed, pull up in the Toyota Prius, all the shit. So do you think that play a part in some black men being the way that they are?
Because there's no pressure on that white man that it is on the black man.
That's what I'm asking you. Of course.
And it's a lot harder for us to achieve the level of a white man. So we have to run at it at a more aggressive level, more aggressive energy. And then when we get it, it's the same thing you do when you get to the end zone and you make a touchdown. The same antics that they use, the same antics that they use, that the running back used when he make that touchdown, he used those same antics because when he achieves something, his instincts is to be loud as fuck with it and give me my love, and I want all this attention because this probably won't happen ever again.
That's just how black people are, bro. Like when you look at it like this, bro, every time we record something, whoever's recording this shit, whoever's holding the phone, if it's white, if it's females especially, every time we recording something, we gotta be all loud. Nigga, shut the fuck up and let me hear the video. Why the fuck every time black women record shit, they gotta be like, hey, shut the fuck up, nigga, goddamn. Why the fuck niggas always gotta be screaming, nigga, can I watch the fucking video? That's just the way our culture is, bro. Our culture is a loud ass culture, and that's just the truth of the matter. Whether we want to admit it or not, whether we choose to accept the truth or not, we are louder than white people as a culture, as a people. Nigga, you know we here.
And it goes back to it's more pressure because that's the same way with the black woman. Why don't she wear her real hair?
Ain't nobody pressuring you to be the way you are, bro. Ain't nobody pressuring you into shit.
Right, but it's the world we're in. It's predominantly ran by white people. So why is it that the black woman is not comfortable with her own nappy hair? Why does she want to go get the straight weave? Why does she want the weave?
Yo, we can get into that.
It's the pressure on that. So you want to establish yourself as being important. You want to be important. That's it. That's the bottom line.
That has nothing to do with what I just said, though.
Person. You want to be an important person. You want to be looked upon as an important person. That's why you wear the Burberry scarf. That's why you wear the jewelry. That's why black women wear the weave and the straight hair. That's not there. That's synthetic. They're not wearing their real hair. They're not. How many black women wear real hair?
We know that. But look, that shit doesn't apply to every black woman. A lot of black women, they wear or whatever the fuck it is that they have, because I don't know the difference between the weave and the lace front and all that, a wig and all the other shit that they be throwing in their shit. Like they got all kind of tricks. Black women got all kind of tricks going on. Like it's hard to tell, but they be looking good. But
no, but Cardi B and Nicki
Minaj, or why they wear that shit, but nobody's pressuring them.
Sexy Red is not wearing her real hair. Cardi B, Nicki Minaj not wearing their real hair.
No, hold on. Cardi B might be wearing her real. I seen Cardi B with her real hair. Cardi B is not black. I seen Cardi B with her real hair. Stop twisting your fucking lips. I seen Cardi B with her real hair, bro. Don't twist your fucking lips. Real shit. But you can't let people
looked upon as important unless you look important. Wait, you're not looked upon as important unless you look important. If you're trying to get a job, if you're trying to get that job you want, you're gonna look the part and play the part. You don't give a fuck. Everything you put on the application, everything we put on the application is a lie. You're gonna say whatever you gotta say to get that job, so you can be looked upon as somebody important. I'm gonna say so. Let go. When general managers come to your workplace, look at the role that everybody play when general manager come to the workplace. So general manager is coming. Now everybody is properly dressed. They're wearing their vest. They're wearing their name tag because the general manager is in the building.
Okay.
That is not yourself. Like you're being fake. That's not really who and how you move and how you are from day to day. But because the general manager is there, now you got to act and look prompt and properly. So everything that you do is trying to advance you forward. Niggas do what we do in the street because it's trying to advance us forward. We do what we do with bitches because it's trying to advance us forward.
So time out, nigga. Time out. Time the fuck out. Nigga, time out. Listen to exactly what you just said, bro. Niggas do what they have to do in the streets. Niggas do what they have to do with bitches. Niggas, the streets and the bitches don't matter. Do what the fuck you need to do in the real world where it actually matters. And sometimes where white people are in control, that's where it matters. So do what the fuck you gotta do. I don't give a fuck what whatever it is that you gotta do. Me personally, I don't give a fuck what no nigga or no bitch think of me, bro. I really don't. I do not care. That's not pushing me forward. That shit ain't I'm not gaining anything from that shit. I don't have to save up $500 for a fucking Gucci belt to show off to a nigga because that's what niggas do. Niggas, only black people do stupid shit like that, bro. Niggas just save up their whole fucking check to get a belt and stunt. Nigga, your whole and you broke, but your belt nice. Niggas would be having a Benz and living in a mom's crib. Yeah, your car nice, but you don't even have your own spot. What the fuck are we doing here, bro? So that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I'm not doing that shit for no nigga to see. I'm not doing that shit for no woman to see. Come on, son. Like, again, at some point, you gotta wisen the fuck up, my nigga. And that's what niggas do.
It goes
Tell me I'm fucking lying, bro.
It goes back
funny,
to
hey, shit's funny as fuck, but I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth, nigga. Tell me I'm lying. Please, somebody in the comments somewhere.
It goes back to trying to feel important. It's looked at as foolishness, but you're trying to feel important.
But why is that? I don't have to feel important. I'm important to myself, my nigga. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not important. Can't nobody tell me that I'm not that nigga if I felt that way. I don't feel like I'm that nigga. I don't. But what if I did, who is anybody to tell me I'm not? You see what I'm saying? What opportunity? Look, hold on. Niggas be putting too much stock into other people's opinion. That's the bottom fucking line, my nigga. Stop putting too much stock into other people's opinion. Stop worrying about what other people think. Then you be better off that way, my nigga. That's when real life starts happening.
So check this out. So you telling me a single person, male or female, where does the change come when they go from being single to having somebody? When they're single, look at how they dress. Everything is on point. Every day they wake up, they're trying to snag something. So they're going to put on their best dress. Every day you wake up, you're trying to play this role and put on your best dress because you're trying to snag and catch something. Whether you're trying to catch an image, whether you're trying to catch a role or character or something, or whether you're trying to catch respect. Soon as you get that respect, that whole role that you're playing dumbs down. It's not as potent as it used to be. When you're single, you're really making sure every time you step out your house, you dapper down, you fresh every day. But then that changes once you get that what you was after. So with us niggas, until we achieve what we're after, whether that's politically, domestically, or whatever, we're not gonna stop playing this role.
No. Let me correct you. No, my G. Let me correct you. The reason why you'll never achieve that goal is because you're trying to achieve fake ass goals. You keep chasing the goal. Listen to what I'm saying. Bro. Listen.
If I'm single and I'm trying to get at shorty, what I look like walking out looking like a bum?
Yo, I'm not saying it doesn't, bro. If that's what matters to you, I get that. But what you said right before that, look like this. A lot of dudes, right? A lot of dudes be like, yo, I was fucking with shorty, and time she got comfy, she stopped hitting the gym, right? That's a lot of niggas say that, like that's what it is. And I'm you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is. We all know what time it is, and pretty much that's what the fuck you just said, right? If that's what the fuck it is that you after, bro, then you chasing unrealistic goals
So it goes back to what Diddy succumbed to, and it goes back to what R. Kelly succumbed to. It's whatever you're targeting in life, you're gonna pursue it until you achieve it.
You're
They
pursuing fake
They
shit,
were
bro.
pursuing, and it was
That's
their
not real
downfall.
life. How long can you sustain that? That's not real life, bro. How long can you sustain that? Everybody can't put on that facade. Sometimes that shit costs long money. Everybody can't put on that facade. All that fake it till you make it shit ain't real, bro. People can. That's a facade, my nigga. I promise you. I
No, everything
promise you.
ain't gotta be fake. Everything ain't gotta be fake. That's a real dress shirt you get at Walmart. So you wanted to dress nice. You don't have to just dress nice at Burberry or Louis. You can dress nice from Walmart. So are you gonna play? So are you gonna downplay me, making sure every time I come around I'm dressed nice from Walmart? From Walmart, it's still. I'm giving you a presentation that I want you to gravitate to.
So
that's all.
If you're giving them a presentation that you want them to gravitate to, then you need to stop. I'm talking directly to you, family, because I love you. Then you need to stop grabbing your fucking scarf and stop saying fucking Burberry. If that's the way it is. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Hey, Larry, what you think he's showing? That nigga showing out. It's 100 degrees outside. This nigga got a goddamn scarf on. Nigga, it ain't cold nowhere around this motherfucker, man. God damn. With a Donnell Jones hat.
Man. I be trying, man. Like,
hey,
bro, I love you, man. But come on, man. Like, I'm gonna answer those questions, bro. You ask them, I'm gonna answer them. You know what I'm saying? Like, real shit.
I have no sympathy for what Diddy is going through. I have no sympathy with R. Kelly. I have no sympathy with Flames. I hate he got stabbed up. I have no sympathy for Lil Durk or none of them for two reasons. One, it was their lifestyle and their foolishness and folly that got them where they're at. Secondly, they're not political figures. They're not a Malcolm X. They're not a Dr. King. They're not a Jesse Jackson. They're not a Louis Farrakhan. So my sympathy for them is little to none. Now, if they was one of the political figures that was actually shaking and moving out here like a Jesse Jackson, the way he used to move or something like that, then yes, I would have a little more sympathy. Do I feel like that? Feel like we're targeted? I feel like we're targeted when we're born as a black man. But I feel what heightens that target is how we move and what our actions are. I think our actions make us a higher.
Can you bring it to the 2020s, man? God damn. This nigga said Jesse James, Jesse Jackson, Carl Lewis. God damn, nigga. God damn. Well, I mean, damn, nigga, bring something up to date so I can get in the conversation with y'all too. I can't even talk to this man all this shit. You hear this? This nigga said Jesse Jackson. God damn. I can't even join the conversation. I don't know what the fuck Jesse Jackson did in 81. You know what I mean?
God damn.
Your boy think he's saying on that politics shit, bro. I swear to God. God damn. This nigga, boy.
Hey, but look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's funny, be like high profile, but look, well, I guess profile is you being like put out there and shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I told son, like if I hit the lottery for 300, 400 mil, I would never have a target on my back, even though I got money. And you know, I guess like I said, like I guess it's profile. Like, you know what I'm saying? I guess if you drive a certain type of car, you be seeing these, I be thinking they fake. You be seeing the YouTube videos where niggas be having a Lamborghini and try to holler at a chick, and then the chick, what the fuck is this nigga doing? Hey. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. But they be trying to holler at these women, and women be like, don't give them the time of the day. And then they hop in the Lambo and they be like, oh, well, hold on a second. To me, like your profile is a little raised. You might not be a celebrity, but your profile is a little bit raised than the average person. And me, like I drive a Honda fucking Accord. You know what I'm saying? Like and the funniest thing, I promise you niggas, the craziest shit about me driving a Honda Accord is I get more attention in a Honda Accord than I did when I was driving my Jag. That's crazy. Then when I was
From
driving
who? Like Asian chicks?
huh?
From Asian chicks?
From no, Asian women ain't paying me no mind. The white women do it though.
See?
The white women, the older white women be like, damn nigga, yours they don't say that
They
shit.
don't
They
care.
be
You
like, "Damn,
gotta
nigga."
do the most, and you gotta put yourself in debt.
Man,
You know what I mean?
hey, no, but real shit though, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy how life works. And I guess because when you have the money and you don't have the celebrity, the same exact pieces to the puzzle, when you have celebrity but not the money, just tend to move a little bit differently.
Yeah.
It's weird how life works like that. You know what I'm saying? I could promise you like that, man. I drove a Jag. I drove 2 different Jags in 2 different years. Like, had 2 Jags at the same time. I wasn't nobody saying shit. Time I got a Honda Accord, oh my God. I'm like, yo, this is weird. Like, this is strange. And I'm telling you a real life experience. It's weird shit.
Every
Maybe
day,
because I'm in Vegas, I don't fucking know, but
Hey
that's
Larry,
real shit.
motherfucker said Reflection got up when he went up and left, or when they went up to go put on some more rings. And he came back.
he was to go put
hey,
He said
fucking Kayla, son.
he forgot 3 in the box in the bedroom.
Yo, Kayla crazy, son. What's wrong with her? Oh my God. Nigga, y'all crazy as fuck. Oh shit. Damn.
Well, yeah, man.
These comments is wild, man.
But, hey, bro. But hey, man, yeah, it's getting late, man. Dinner 11 o'clock. But hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming on tonight, man. And
Oh,
you know we gonna tap back in with it probably on Monday, 8 o'clock, y'all.
yeah, for sure, fam. Well, I won't be here. I'll be
Oh, that's right.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a week. I'll be back like next, I think Friday or Saturday or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
After I get back, some shit like 7, whatever the fuck 7 days from this Saturday is, I think I'll be
All
back.
right. We will hold it down for that week, man, and make sure you enjoy yourself and get that vacation in.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
And like I said, I appreciate y'all coming on tonight, man. Y'all don't never hold back. Y'all stand on what y'all say. That's why I like to have y'all on it. I'm standing on it, man. And we don't care
Hey.
about no feelings and who get mad. So it is what it is. Reflection. You know what I'm saying? Legend. I'll holler at y'all and thank y'all for being on the show again.
For sure, my nigga. Word.
hey.
Peace.